Well, good evening, folks, and welcome back to another session of our Princes of the Apocalypse. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our dangerous players this evening.
What's up?
Danger Town.
Are they the danger, or are they in danger? Who's to
Yeah,
say?
both
Hey,
are.
mostly option B.
Yeah. It's a little column A, more column B, but there's still a little bit of both involved. But let's talk about what happened last time before we get into what's gonna happen this time. Last time we started off with you guys. We're dealing with foes within the waterlogged tower on the southeast side of the keep. Had your hands full, especially when someone from up on the wall above noticed the assault and started firing arrows. And even though the archer from above eventually retreated, you ended the Genasi lieutenant's life, along with the shark tooth sword wielding warriors with him. Delved into the makeshift abode of the tower, searched around, found a saddlebag of coin and gems, along with Enoch's belongings. Unsure of how to go about this, you first worried about the archer who had gotten away along the wall, so you all headed along the wall yourself. Already stuck a piton, however you want to pronounce it, expertly under the door. I hate that word. Barring it from being opened easily. He crept down into the courtyard near the entrance to the keep beside the broken down stable. And Baron decided it was time to face those left inside this castle on the river. Yelled out threateningly, alerting those left to your presence. And they came rushing out to greet you in kind. Severely outnumbered and at a disadvantaged position, you started fighting tooth and nail. Eventually, the keep's figurehead, Jolliver Grimjaw, joined the fray. Charging through the rain and mud as he drew closer, his form shifted and changed to that of a monstrous boar-like humanoid. A were-boar. He gored several of you, severely injuring most of you, and relished in the grime and dirt of battle. Killing off a few of the henchmen during this, you started to garner some fear in the others, but Jolly seemed to have you on the ropes. And that is where we're going to pick up, as we are back. We are still in the shit, still in initiative.
We haven't left the shit in a little while.
It's been a lot of shit. But hey, eventually if you shovel enough shit, you'll get a big enough hole, or I don't know how all that works.
Get
But
strong.
yeah, but we are going to start with the shark tooth sword ladies, who actually all have crossbows right now. One of them will kind of run to the south. You can see an arrow, her aiming her crossbow down there. While another shoots into the door at Enoch with her crossbow. I don't know why I rolled 2. Getting a 14 to hit Enoch.
It's a miss.
Missing.
Okay.
As
Step
she
one.
shoots out, the other one quickly scrambles to the side and underneath this wall shoots a crossbow at Bairn.
Bang.
Bairn getting a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Bairn, you take 6 points of piercing damage. If you're watching this, you'll see that they're automatically rolled with advantage, so the second dice would have been a nat 20 if she had advantage of any kind, but she did not. So a 6 points of damage. But that will end their turn as they are scrambling to surround you, taking us to Bairn with Enoch.
All right.
On deck.
Baron's gonna kind of prepare his shield and swing up off the shield and do my divine spark over to Shad.
Okay. As that spark erupts, nearly blinding this boar in this brief moment, that fire surrounds Shad's body for a moment, seemingly to no effect from what most people can see, but Shad does stir to consciousness. As how much health does he get?
1d8 plus 3.
Go ahead and roll that shit.
Oh, that's me that rolls it, right?
Yeah, it's you that rolls. You're the one doing it.
So that's-
It's your ability. How dare I roll for my own abilities? Ooh, that was almost that 8. But still, 9 points of healing to Shad.
Then I am gonna move there.
As the boar quickly pivots
That'll be
following you, snout raised high, ready for another charge. That will take us to Enoch.
So Shad would still need my my healer's kit.
He doesn't need it. I'm just saying you could do it.
Right,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if I use it, will he get up to his feet?
He'll get up to his feet on his turn when he can move.
Right. Okay.
But
so-
your healer's kit would just allow him to use a hit dice.
But it can also get somebody up from dead.
You can't.
So
But he has the healer's feat, so it actually allows a hit dice worth of healing.
gotcha.
So, I'm curious. 5, 10. I could reach Vic.
Yeah, you could, depending on which way you wanted to go. You could get to the back side of him or the front side of him.
Yeah, well, I definitely want to be right around that area.
Yeah, you can get right there if you wanted to.
So I'm going to. Oops, and I'm bugging out.
Be in range of both.
Yes. So I'm going to move here, and I am going to use my healer's kit on Vic.
Okay.
Let me get over there. Inventory, healer's kit, and I will use just one on Vic.
Yeah, you can expend one as an action.
Okay, so I click that off.
Toggle it off, and Vic can roll a hit dice. And Vic, your hit dice is a. This is your action to do so. I believe your
Yes.
hit dice is a D10 for a ranger.
Yeah.
So Vic, roll me a D10.
Incoming.
As you
6
get
will do.
6 points of healing.
Okay, so I have a bonus action.
You do have a bonus action.
Can I upcast Healing Word?
Yeah, you can.
I
You
would
can,
like
you can,
to.
You can upcast every spell you have with slots.
I
you
would
have.
like to. I would like to upcast Healing Word onto Shad.
Okay. Fair enough. As what is the word you whisper down to Shad as his eyes start blinking awake?
Destroy.
Shad, that's the word you hear as you're blinking awake and feel revitalized. Yeah, go ahead and roll that that healing word at level 2.
Get it to level 2.
Level 2.
It's a lot of d4s.
For 10 more points of healing, Shad.
And I think that's where I'm gonna end it right there. Actually, I'm gonna move back one. I had 5 more feet.
Okay, moving back one, that will take us to Artie. Arthur.
All right. Artie will go ahead and dodge because we're playing the back and forth snipe game through the door,
Absolutely.
and he's going to
Yeah.
come into the doorway.
As soon as you're in that doorway, a crossbow comes shooting towards you. You see it coming, getting a nat 1, thanks to your dodge.
All right. And he will pull back his short bow and shoot.
All right, who you shooting?
I'm going to shoot. The only one I can see from this vantage point right now is the
All right.
the crossbow wielder.
Give me that shot.
Getting a 23.
23 is going to be a hit.
Oh, that's not correct.
Yeah, you don't have
Take my
sneak attack.
first die, which is a 4.
Yeah.
So that would be 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage as she launches a crossbow, pings up against the door. You quickly knock an arrow and shoot it, striking her in the chest as she falls down into the mud.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hawkeye.
All right, and then move 5 feet.
It might just be being quiet.
Okay. I'm going to refill this quick.
And dive into that corner and hide.
Okay. Well, you can't take the hide action because you took the dodge action, but you get some cover for sure.
Yeah. You know what I meant. Yeah,
I do.
that's it.
That will take us to some bandits. A couple of them still up on the rafters will shoot down. One of them is going to shoot at Enoch. The other's going to shoot at Baron.
No.
Actually, the two up top will shoot at Enoch, and the one down here will start to scramble upward, and they'll shoot at Baron. So 2 at Enoch, 1 at Baron. Enoch getting a 5 and a 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
As you take 4 points of piercing damage from a crossbolt as it strikes you right in your calf from above. And then the other one will be shooting at Baron. Gets a big old 15 to hit Baron.
Nope.
As it clinks off of your shield, you would hear the snarling from the boar, the were-boar. Good old Jolly. Who almost sounds like he's chuckling, just this guffaw, the as he starts charging wildly and will strike out with his tusks towards you. Getting a 17 with his first strike.
Nope.
As you deflect it with your shield again.
Blocked out.
And then it going in for a second strike, getting a 9 to hit.
Blocked that one too.
As you block them both, but you can hear the scraping of his tusks up against your armor. That will take us to Vic. Swords at your side beside you. Your bow's down here if you wanted it, but you have your swords at the side you.
All right. I'm gonna take my dagger and I'm gonna throw it at him.
Okay, taking that reser and tossing it.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. 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 I'm gonna throw it at him.
All right, get up
Yeah,
and quickly toss your dagger.
Mm-hmm.
A 17 will hit him.
Awesome. I'm gonna click my last dreadful strike
Okay.
on for that. Oh, where's Throne?
Weird, I'm not seeing Tommy's rolls.
He's on Whisper right now because he was prepared to roll a death save, probably.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I am.
You got 5, and then roll me 2d6.
Why I clicked it on, it didn't work. My bad.
You're good. Ooh.
Oh, fuck off
That is
ones,
the
man.
minimum damage, 7 points of damage. As the blade, you can see this faint blue glow, stick into the side of the boar, like right in the shoulder, his right shoulder. Just this blue glow as the dagger sticks into his side, hurting him as much as you would expect. Seeing several other weapons not do as much damage as you were hoping.
I'm gonna take the last 15 feet of my movement, and you said my bow is
Your
here.
bow's right there, yeah. I got rid of the little thing I drew.
But you can get
So
to
if I,
it.
yeah, I'll do 10 there, and then boop, pick my bow up,
Picking your bow up. Absolutely.
and that will in my dagger is stuck into the side of this
Yeah,
jolly
your
guy, right?
dagger is stuck in him. You tossed
Awesome,
it.
and that
It's in his shoulder.
that'll end my turn.
That will take us to the rock maw of Shad. Shad, what's up?
Standing up.
Shad stands up.
Standing up angry.
He rages.
Angry.
See the
Can I-
fury of the gods in his hands.
And I just like run just like that.
Yeah, running through your dwarven brethren.
And I'm swinging for the fences,
Going reckless?
going reckless.
Okay, okay. Going reckless. He's raging. Warrior of the gods right here at this giant mall. At advantage. Let's see it. Taking him to the mall at 23 absolutely hits him.
I'm not seeing that roll either. Oh,
Because he was
probably
also
whispering
he also because their last rolls were also death saves. So
Oh,
yes,
but
yeah. He got a 23 or a 20. He will take the 23.
by the skin
Right.
of your teeth there, bro.
Here comes. Come on, damage. Come on, damage.
Let's see if he is.
There, I see it now.
He got a
22.
12 on his save, so he will take most. How much of that is radiant? 8 of it, so 14. Most of your maul, he absorbs most of the blow as that little radiant light that arcs out from your hammer does seem to kind of just drive it further, damaging him. And he does get knocked on his face in the mud.
we go.
Anything else for Shad? I guess that's movement, action, bonus action, so I don't think there is anything else, but force of habit.
I'm just gonna laugh at him.
Alright, as you start laughing, he starts to rise up, laughing himself. Like he's enjoying his time in the mud. As two more of these shark tooth sword wielding ladies. One of them will she could rush up. Dropping her crossbow, will rush up with her sword. Seeing you leaving yourself open, she will swing wide with her sword. Getting a 19 to hit Shad.
Well,
As Shad, you take 17 points of slashing damage, reduced to 8, because you are raging. As it scrapes across your skin. And multiple combatants, so we're gonna I'm gonna roll for it. It's gonna be against Bairn. Bairn, a crossbow bolt gets shot towards you. Getting a 20 to hit.
Got me by one.
Baron, you are so lucky. You take 5
I'm
points of piercing damage
One left.
as this
All right.
crossbow hits you. That's also the same thing. Once again, would have been a crit if she had advantage. But yeah, still kind of drives into like your back shoulder underneath your pauldron, and she'll stand firm up against the wall there, which will take us to Baron.
All right, as I take this arrow in the chest using the last of my strength, I'm going to jump onto him and grab the magic dagger and try and stab him with it.
Absolutely. You'll still be in a square, not him. You can't share spaces with him. But yeah, you jump on
Yep.
top of him, pull the dagger out, and stab out. Do you still have the dagger on your sheet?
I think I stupidly deleted it. Yep.
We'll just roll me a d20 and you get +6 to it.
+6 to the d20.
Mhm.
All right.
And you do have advantage if you want to go fishing for crit.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. All right. Well, you hit him. You do not crit him. So it'll be a D4, and it will be +4 to damage. All right, for 7 points of damage. Yeah, as you stab into his back as he's starting to he's on all fours, more like a boar in this moment. But he is starting to stand up. You got a dagger in hand.
Yeah. I do have a dagger in hand, but I can't do anything with it. So.
Well, you just did something with it. What are you talking about?
Well, right. I mean, I can't do anything else with it, and I don't think I have any other options. So we're gonna go ahead and end my turn.
What else do you do with the dagger besides stab? That'll take us to Enoch.
I thought you were asking me a serious question. I'm trying to think about it. Like, eat? I don't know.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole point of a dagger.
So I'm going to take a couple of seconds and I'm going to yell out, "My friends, I am almost tapped out. Who should I heal?"
Baron.
Like in this moment, you would see Vic look to Baron, but they're all looking like you choose.
Make the decision.
Yeah, I'm trying, but
You see their health bars.
I know that I do. All right. Well, you know what? Let's fucking send it. I am going to. Well, that's if they're both a bonus action. Can I just make one an action? Well,
No.
you know what?
If
I guess
both,
what I
if both what are a bonus action.
Because I have a cantrip that's a bonus action, and then a spell that's a
What
bonus action.
cantrip do you have that's a bonus action?
I produce flame.
It is an action to throw it.
Oh, okay.
You have it cast out already, so you don't need to cast it again. You're holding it, and you can launch fire from it as an action.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot my produce flame at Mr. Piggy.
Okay, it will be at disadvantage as he's rolling on the ground.
Shit, I hate it. All right, well, let's do this.
Oh man.
As the flames, this pivotal moment, and he's oiled up, so he's looking up in the air as he's getting up, sees the fire coming in quickly, rolls to the side, barely avoiding it.
All right. Well, shit.
That is your action.
So my bonus action, I am going to use Healing Word on Baron.
Okay. What's the word?
One word. Well, it's going to be two. It's going to be end this.
All right, as you shout out to end this, Baron, you get 10 points of healing as blossoms start to cover your wounds.
Oh, I like that.
I am
Then
feeling much better, laddie. Thank you.
make it count, my friend. And then I am going to use my movement to run past. Oops. Into if I can.
That is a
25.
gate that is down.
It's a gate. Okay, well, I'm gonna hide behind Vic.
All right.
I know that I can't use a hide, but I am using him as much as possible right now.
You are a good 2 feet or like a foot and a half taller than him.
No, I thought about that.
As you quickly get behind the gate, it's still, covered because, against the wall. That's a smart place to be.
I'm grabbing the gate like, no, let me in, let me in.
Absolutely. That will take us to Artie.
All right. Artie will Hook right here. Actually, he's going to move back into this doorway. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Get up here.
Start clambering onto the pile of wood there.
Yeah, he can see, well, most of the icon of the shark-toothed sword lady.
Absolutely, you can. There'd be her and her here that you can see more of.
Yeah, I'm going to fire at her since
Okay.
he's in the midst of it.
She will have some cover on you, but absolutely.
Okay.
Let's give her +2 to her AC.
From the guy rolling around in the mud.
Oh, that was
No,
terrible.
from the wall there. A 10 is going to miss as your arrow clings off the corner of the wall, nearly hitting Shad or Baron.
All right, and bonus action, take the dodge.
All right, preparing to dodge. The shooters on the wall are going to shoot from the wall. They are going to all simultaneously... One's going to shoot at Shad, one's going to shoot at Baron, and another is going to shoot at... I'm going to roll for their shot, because they can see more people. Actually, I should be fair and roll a d10. Close enough. We'll also shoot at Baron. So 2 at Baron, 1 at Shad. Shad getting a 22 to hit you.
Beats it beats.
You take 8 reduced to 4 points of piercing damage. Because you are raging. And then against Baron, getting a 6 and a 20. I have advantage toggled onto them for some reason, but a 6 and a 20 to hit Baron.
20 hits.
As Baron, you take 9 points of piercing damage. That's exactly what you just got healed for.
Wait.
You kept me alive for one more round.
Yes, sir.
One more turn at least.
Arrow strikes back in, breaking those tethered flowers that were just starting to bloom on you. And this guy will... He's debating moving up. You see him draw a scimitar. That will take us to Jolly as he just starts chuckling, rolls around, popping up on his feet, and is going to try to gore into both of you with his tusks. We'll go with Shad first. Shad getting a nat 20.
It hits.
As Shad, you take 19 points of piercing damage. Reduced to 8 or 9. As that is enough to slam Shad up against the wall as he is knocked out once more. He then looses out towards Baron. Baron getting a 12 to hit.
Blocks off my shield. Just boom.
As that will take us to Vic.
All right. I'll go there. I will take a shot at Jolly with my bow.
Okay. You see Shad kind of crumpled against the wall there, unconscious.
Ugh.
9 is going to miss, unfortunately, as just kind of slipping in the mud as your bow had been laying in the mud for a little too long, and you miss.
Oh. So that was 5. Oh, alright, I will move
Do you have a
5.
weapon, or was your other sword in the ground too?
He's got his scimitar. But
I'll move there and end my turn.
all right, getting back, that will take us to Shad. Shad, I would like you to whisper a death save, please. As Shad winks awake, see this light boon. I'll say with that nat 20, I'll let you rage for one more turn for funsies, as Shad did roll a nat 20 on his death save.
Nice roll, buddy.
What are you doing, Shad?
Clutch roll. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, fucking. If it's gonna be my last swing, it's gonna be my best swing.
Going reckless
Reckless.
against Man Bear Pig?
Yep.
All right.
Everything on. It's swinging. Here we go.
17 will hit. He will not be toppled, but he will take 15. A good chunk of damage from that as he is pushed back into the mud as he snarls and squeals. Anything else for Shad? You staying put? You had to use half your movement to stand up, but
Yeah, I don't want to take any opportunity attacks.
alright. That will take us to Shark-Tooth Sword Ladies. As one of them armed with the crossbow will run down and is going to shoot at, I'm going to say Artie. At disadvantage, though. Getting a 10 to hit. Which just kind of hits some of the wood right beside you. And this lady with the blade out still, she is going to slash out at Shad. Shad getting a 6 to hit.
Ooh, I beat that one.
As you narrowly roll out of the way, which will take us to Bairn. Bairn, both you and Shad are at death's door. What are you up to?
I'm plunging that dagger back into this boar, going for a second shot.
Alright, going in for a second shot, just trying to eye it in the mud, scraping and just stabbing outward. Yeah, give me that dagger attack.
And that's +6, right?
It is +6, so a 22 will hit.
Okay, and that was
1d4 plus 4.
1d4.
He will take 6
6.
more points of damage. You can see he's haggard and worn, but he is still up. Still rocking, still rolling.
If I don't use my dagger for an attack, can I throw it
What do you mean?
as a bonus action?
Technically, yeah, I think you can throw a dagger as a bonus action, like with offhand. You have a shield equipped, so you can't offhand a weapon.
So, like, I wasn't trying to stab anybody with it. Like, I'm trying to huck this dagger back to Vic.
Oh, yeah, you can toss it for flavor. Yeah, item interaction, toss dagger. Throw it in the mud.
Yeah.
You probably won't get it to
Oh,
him,
mark
because that's you know, that's 35
Okay.
feet. But you can
I'm gonna
toss
throw
it
it
in the
as far-
mud. Toss it in the mud
Yeah.
about halfway if you want.
Yep, I'm gonna throw it back there with my bonus action or whatever item interaction,
That's a dagger.
and I'm gonna hold my turn, or I'm gonna end my turn.
Alright. There you go. That looks much more dagger-like. That will take us to Enoch. It is your go.
All right.
As
So,
he's already moving out behind the bush.
Yep, and I am going to summon my best of some some poison vines, and I'm going to use my poison spray to lash out at Man Bear Pig.
Okay.
And it's just like a tendril of some thorny, poisonous vines to try to smack him with it.
What is it? It is a spray.
Yeah.
As the vines exude poison out to him. Yeah. That will be a hit.
Nice.
As it deals 4 points of poison damage. As he
And then-
starts coughing up.
My bonus action, I'm going to produce a flame in my hand as let me make sure I do this right. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to try to tuck myself next to Artie and try to get cover next to where he's at best I can.
Alright, trying to get beside the pile of wood. Fair enough. That will take us to Artie.
Alright, Artie will knock another arrow and draw. And he's going to shoot at Man Bear Pig.
Alright, Man Bear Pig will have cover because he's in combat, which I did add it to the poison spray too. But he will have cover because he's in combat with the 2 dwarves.
I am going to expend my last lucky.
Alright. Give yourself
Gain
advantage on the shot, absolutely.
Oh, getting a 15.
15 is going to be a miss.
That was not lucky.
That was with the advantage.
Yep. Then he will. He'll stay put and dodge once more.
All right, staying put and dodge, keeping in the back as Baron and Shad arrows rain down upon you. I'll do. I'm gonna roll for him to see who they all shoot at. 2 at Shad, 1 at Baron. Shad, you will take 1 hit point as you drop down. 1 hits you for a 22.
All right.
And Baron getting a 20 to hit.
That hits.
As Baron also drops. Both right there, just crossbow bolts launching. Taking us to Man Bear Pig's turn. As he chuckles out, looking at the bodies of the dwarves who lay there bleeding, he launches straight across, getting into the mud, gets on all fours for a couple moments as he sprints over to Enoch. And Enoch, he is going to try to gore you with his tusks. Getting a 12 to hit, though, as he slips in the mud. He's slipping out. He will try to gore you once more. Getting a 9.
No, sir.
As they are both misses. As you are barely kind of keeping this guy at bay with your shield and just trying to keep him away from you slipping in the mud. That will take us to Vic.
All right, I'll drop my bow and pull out my scimitar.
Okay.
See you on the other side.
I'll take that attack.
20 will hit.
Okay.
As he takes 8 points of slashing damage. As it doesn't cut quite as deep as you would hope at first. Until it does indeed cut into him quite well. How does Vic end this
Yes.
boar's
Do it.
existence?
Do it.
So all he's heard is his laughing, his laughing, and as I drive my scimitar down his shoulder and between his neck and see it, blood and muscle just exposed, and his head rips off, just clean slices off. I just start laughing maniacally and kick his head into the wood pile in front of Enoch and Artie.
Okay, as you quickly cut his head off, start laughing and kicking it into the wood pile. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Anything else for Vic?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's see, it's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Here you go, pick up your
I'm gonna
dagger.
go. I'm gonna go pick up my dagger, and then That's 20. I'll use the last 10 to go. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Seeing
And then,
this,
can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
What's the? It's only 5 feet to throw my dagger. Oh no, my dagger
You
is
can
60.
throw it 20-60.
So I've still got the nick ability, right?
Yeah, so you can throw it as long as you have the mastery of the dagger.
Yeah.
You have the mastery of the scimitar.
And then the tar.
And you did
Shit.
strike with the scimitar, so yes, you do have you can throw the dagger. As
I want to.
yeah, as part of that same action.
Yeah, she's 20 feet away.
Yeah,
Right there. I want to huck the dagger at her.
absolutely.
Yeah, let's do that.
Put blue dots so we know where the dagger is. A 12 is gonna miss.
Oh, damn it. Worth a try.
that was a great try.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
We'll
would
take-
I have enough time to like yell something out, or
Yeah,
would I have to
yeah.
wait?
What do you want to yell out?
So I would put my foot like on this man bear pig's like his head and yell out, "You see what we've done to your leader? Run now and spare your lives, or you will be next."
All right, fair enough. Chad, give me a death save. All right. That will take us to the Shark Tooth ladies. They seem undeterred by the loss of Jolly. One with their sword drawn will reach out and kind of just skid along the waterlogged trail here and lash out at Vic. Vic getting a 22 to hit.
It is.
As Vic, you take 8 points of slashing damage.
I'm down.
Vic drops. The other lady will, crossbow still drawn, will shoot out at Enoch.
But I'm in cover, right? So do they do it at disadvantage?
The wood pile is not cover necessarily.
I had to try.
Also, cover doesn't grant disadvantage or advantage. She only got a 13 to hit, though.
No, sir.
A loud thud against the wood pile as she gets a little
You're
closer.
slippery, you know.
What'd you say, Bear?
I said you're slippery.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Baron, takes us to you. If you will roll us a death save, please. All right. Enoch, what are you up to?
So, throwing an oil flask is a bonus action or an action?
Should say if you have oil flasks.
Yeah, I have.
You go down to action
Yeah.
name. Action, douse space, and oil.
So that's an action. Okay. Well, shit. All right, not gonna do that then. I am going to go ahead since I have my my produce flame.
Mm-hmm.
The the first attack will go on the lady that's right in front of Vic.
The first attack?
Or well, my produce flame will launch
Okay.
out at her.
Absolutely. As you launch a quick lob of fire towards her, 20 will hit her.
Oh,
She will take 8 points of
Nice.
fire damage.
I think what I'm gonna do is shit, you guys. I'm gonna run inside here. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I'll end my turn there.
That will take us to Artie. Artie McFly.
This might require a little cat and mouse. We'll see. He's going to take a shot at the one that was just lit on fire for a second.
Okay. A little flash almost guiding your arrow.
Getting a 10.
10 is going to be a miss, unfortunately.
4 in a row.
I know what that feels like.
It does happen sometimes.
Had some better rolls this game, fortunately.
So far.
Train an
Yeah,
arrow
it
on
only
the
counts so
door and
far.
be ready.
Train an arrow on the door.
Yeah, this is thematic.
You're still outside, or did you move inside?
Oh, he moved inside. Here we go.
Okay,
again.
so Artie runs inside. That's why it's good to be descriptive. So Artie will run inside, which will take us to the 3 guys up here. You would see one of them run inside a door nearby. Actually, you wouldn't see it. As they do hightail it. Which will take us to Vic. Do you want to roll us a death save, please? And that will take us to Shad. Shad, same order. Alright. Taking us to the ladies again. Where inside did you go?
So you see the first little hay pile?
Mm-hmm.
He is. I don't know if you can see my. You probably can't see my ping.
I cannot.
He is in the upper left-hand corner of the hay pile. So he's further into
Basically
the
to
building.
the right
Yeah.
of me.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, one of these ladies will go inside the top door, and the other will... You won't see where she goes. The one that comes inside the top door will shoot a crossbow at Enoch from across the way. Enoch getting a 22 to hit
Barely.
as you take 3 points of damage.
Fuck, guys.
That will take us to Baron. Baron, if you roll us a death save, please.
Okay.
Okay. Enoch, you are up. What are you doing?
Can I ask how many death saves my
You have no
comrades
idea. That's why it's on Whisper.
Okay.
That makes you want to go help him, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
All right.
scared. I don't know. Okay, 5.
As you get to the door, a crossbow bolt shoots out towards you,
Oh, for fuck's sakes. I knew it was coming.
getting a 16 to hit
I'm so dead.
as you take 4 points of piercing damage
And I am down.
and drop. That will take us to Artie.
Artie's tummy.
Artie, you saw that crossbow bolt come out, so we know there's someone out there.
I'm gonna swing around the corner and shoot at.
The woman inside with you has not been hurt.
Got to start somewhere.
That's true.
Hitting a 15.
A 15 does hit her. We'll say if you wanted to, you
8.
could do a hide before that. Just throwing it out there.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to try to hide after it. Yeah, we'll try a hide before it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth check. See if she sees it coming.
14.
I believe a 14 is enough for these guys. It is enough. So you do have sneak attack.
Okay. So to that, add 5.
What was that?
8. So total of 13 points.
Alright, she will take 13 points of damage. As you pop out, take a shot.
And, just to not make it easy on her, pop back to where I was.
Okay.
Behind the... to where
Absolutely.
she...
Vic, you want to give me a death save, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Wasn't a whisper, but
Yes, it was.
It was.
Oh,
You might have seen
I
the
saw
dice.
it.
You saw the dice roll, but
yeah.
Chad, same thing.
I'm reloading, by the way, real quick.
Fair enough. That
Just...
That will take us to the ladies' turns. One of them will also disappear into a door. As the other one, standing right behind. Yeah, right behind Enoch's body. You would see her as you're hiding, right, kind of right by that hay pile. She's gonna shoot out with a crossbow, getting a 15 to hit Artie.
With just misses.
All right, as it pings up against the wall there. Bairn, you'll roll me a death save, please. All right. Enoch, you'll roll me a death save, please.
I saw that.
Enoch.
I got it on
in this
Whisper
moment.
Swift.
You blink away. Well, I mean, they can see the dice rolling,
Okay.
which is fine. I don't care about that. But as you blink awake, you see this.
With the
this-
nat 20, do I get to like shock and grasp this bitch?
You could let him describe it.
if you wait for me to tell you what happens,
I'm sorry, I'm excited.
What happens?
you blink awake. You have 1 hit point. What do you want to do?
I want to shock and grasp her.
Okay, you reach out to shock and grasp her.
I'm sorry. I get a little excited.
You're good.
Oh, and I want to use my inspiration if I miss.
All right. A 9 is going to miss. You want to use your inspiration, which allows for a re-roll. Go ahead and re-roll
Yes,
that.
sir.
A 9 is
No
going to miss
fucking
as
way.
you're fumbling, this electricity just kind of bursting up from you. Just it sizzles as she quickly steps away, like cockeyed, looking at you.
He shits his pants a little.
Anything else for Enoch?
No.
That will take us to
Good
Artie.
try.
Artie's just sort of mystified looking at him scrambling with electrical hands, and he's like, While she's distracted by that, Artie will steady aim and fire.
Okay, getting the advantage, getting the sneak attack. Should you hit? 24
Getting a
absolutely
24.
hits. Yes. I synced that roll.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
14
Well,
points of
good.
damage.
14 is exactly how many hit points she has.
Oh,
As this strike just goes straight into her eyeball. She stumbles for a bit, still looking cockeyed down at Enoch with her crossbow in hand. Stumbles backwards, kind of rubs the side of her head before just plopping down onto the ground in the mud. In this moment, what is Artie and Enoch doing? I want specifics right now.
You go ahead, Artie.
All right, so what Artie will do is he'll definitely move out. He'll hop over a prone Enoch and kind of stumble on top of the
Just seeing
fallen
bodies everywhere.
He's going to then, seeing the nearest fallen comrade being Vic, he's going to move in that direction as quickly as he can. I guess he could use his bonus action to dash.
Absolutely.
And he looks back at Enoch and say, "What are you doing? Get up! Come on!" And he'll rush over here and try to stabilize Vic.
All right, give me a medicine check.
Oh, and I don't have any of my lucky. Not at it. Oh, he's making it worse.
With a nat 1, Vic, roll me a death save. Enoch, what are you doing in this moment? You see, you look over and you see that Artie is trying to resuscitate or handle Vic, but you would also see bodies up. You see Shad and Baron up around the corner. What are you doing?
I'm gonna rush to in between those two. I guess I will have to use my
You have to
dash off.
You have to make a choice here. You do know Shad does have healer's kit on him.
Yeah. I am going to use my. I don't remember who went down first. I'm going to.
They went down the same turn.
Okay, I'm going to use it on our little mountain of a man and use it on Shad.
Okay. As Shad, you can roll a d12 and get that many hit points. There's no medicine check necessary for utilizing one of your healer's kits. As Shad, you have 2 hit points. As you stumble awake, I do want Baron to give me a death save. Okay. As Artie. How's that going with Vic?
I take it I need to keep trying harder.
Looks like you need to keep trying.
Trying
Like
harder.
he's still bleeding. You don't get it. You put your finger on all of the wounds, like and then just blood keeps coming out.
Artie's like mumbling, "I steal stuff. I don't heal people," and he's just aggravated.
Yeah, after I healed Shad, I would just turn my attention to Vic.
That's one better.
Yeah, Artie will say, "He's all over the ground over here."
Yeah,
He is.
I would dash over towards
all over the ground.
Artie attempting to do some healing.
Elf innards.
I will say, as you go over, you give me a medicine check there, Enoch.
Oops.
This is where the hilarious part comes out.
Medicine check.
Oh, thank God he didn't roll a 1.
Oh,
I feel
God.
like expecting a 1 with all of those.
With the 21, you can tell that Vic is not on the verge of dying. He looks like he's self-stabilized and he'll survive, even without the use of a medicine kit.
Artie looks like he's about to use his dagger to try to reopen him up.
It's called field surgery.
Baron, I believe, is the same actually. As
I
they both have 3 successes.
I heard one of them scamper away, and it looks like their other thugs are gone, but that doesn't mean they're not here somewhere.
That's probably a safe assumption.
Let's
Well,
get
then, boys,
everyone into the barn for now.
we need to kind of fortify our defenses and recuperate ourselves.
I get to restore 1 HP. I'm sorry.
No,
Or no. No.
I mean, if Enoch wanted to use a medicine kit, he could, or a healer's kit, but he doesn't have to. If you wait an hour, both you and Baron will get 1 hit point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I need to save it. Well, I will help drag the bodies of our comrades into the barn.
All right.
Yeah, we'll drag them there.
Dragging the bodies into the barn. Easily done as you all reassess your situation from within. Pattering of rain above.
What kind of state are the doors in?
Yeah, I was just going to ask that. I'd
The
like to
doors
try
are-
to.
They're closable. I mean, they're not broken or anything. They're still definitely these two over here are like the double barn doors. There would probably have been a bar to lay over them, but
Yes, I would like to
it has
look
been
at that.
molded and broken at this point.
Okay.
And the other one is a
Can
simple
I-
service door.
Can I try to fasten something from the wheelbarrow, maybe breaking the arms off to try to latch it down?
Sure, give me a. Are you proficient with wood carver's tools or anything like that?
Wood carvers? Oh, shoot, I don't. Calligrapher, or tinker. I mean, tinkerers. I've tinkered.
Sure, give me an intelligence check plus your proficiency bonus. So intelligence saving throw, essentially.
I can get this out of the way. Intelligence. You said saving, correct?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
It seems the wheelbarrow's breaking as well, and it's just rotten. You can't find a way to bar these.
Well, if that's the case, I'd make my way over to the group and be like, I don't know how much time we have, but we need to get the ball rolling, friends.
Artie is going to pop back outside and retrieve his rope and grappling hook.
Okay.
And then on this door at the bottom, what he wants to do is affix the grappling hook to the wall opposite the door
Gotcha, and tie it.
and pull the rope taut to keep anyone from being able to easily open it.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check.
An 11.
An 11 is enough to tie rope.
Nice.
And then while the others are bleeding out all over the floor,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to start examining these doors to see if he can make them more difficult to get in. And I'll let
I would
it
say
go back to him for a minute.
Yeah. What's Shad doing during this? You see the drow and the dwarven brethren both passed out, but stable. They're not bleeding out too much. They will survive.
Shad's a little bit tired. But he's gonna sit down.
All right. I would say you could probably. How long's that room? Give me an intelligence check, Artie.
All right. I do have an idea for the double door. Intelligence check.
And they would both
18.
open outward. With an 18, what you could do is affix the grappling hook to the bars on the double door and tie the rope to the other door. So you kind of like neither can be opened really easily.
Okay. All
Can
right.
I talk to Artie as he's doing this?
Absolutely, why not?
Artie, young one, do you have maybe like any traps or anything to set on the inside here if they do happen to come through? Maybe they step on something or.
Well, I have some caltrops, but I don't know how effective they would be because the opening of the door would. Anyway, so the double doors. If I were to have something like, say, a shovel
Mm-hmm.
in place of the bar that would go on latching the double doors together, would a shovel be large enough?
It would help. I mean, honestly, the grappling hook with the rope, and yeah, if you throw a shovel in there too, yeah, it'll help kind of bar it up, shore it up, essentially.
Okay. So, all right. Well, Artie will go, hold on. And he'll reach into his satchel and he'll pull out a shovel.
Like not a spade, like
A
a
shovel.
long
And put it in
Yep.
the put it on the bar and he'll go there.
4
That'll
foot
buy us a
handle.
little, like a big garden shovel.
Yeah. Absolutely. As you feel like the doors are secured as best as they're going to be. Say if you want, you can try to spend an hour here garnering some respite from the battle you had just had.
And Artie will, of course, be on lookout, and he's going to be prepared now to shoot anything that,
Yeah.
attempts to enter. Obviously, he can't watch all doors all at the same time, but he'll,
Sure. I'll
Sort
say
of.
everyone awake, give me a perception check.
Ooh, 21.
Yeah. With a 21 and a 25 and a 9. Shad, you're still on whisper, but you got a 9. Shad, you just hear the rain pattering overhead, occasionally dripping within. This definitely in disrepair, this barn, compared to the other spaces you have seen. But what Enoch and Artie would both notice. Well, there would be some shuffling from the hay pile, occasionally. But other than that, there is no exterior noises.
Wait, what do you mean shuffling from the hay pile? Like there's somebody in there?
There might be an occasional or a
Ah,
little
Well, yeah, I want to
shuffle.
try to pinpoint the noise from the hay pile.
Well, it's in the hay pile. You pinpoint
Was
that-
it's coming from the hay pile.
that's probably
one
the
down
guy
here?
we told to get lost and hide.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna follow him.
If he's not interested in coming out, he's probably just leave him
Well, he
alone
was
for now.
told he would get killed if you saw him again. So he's gonna go with that.
And what would probably happen if he came out of the hay pile right now? I'd turn him into a pincushion.
So he thinks he's hidden, but you guys definitely know that there is a person in that hay pile. Absolutely. But no noise from outside. The rain would eventually subside to be the low drizzle overhead. Occasional trickling, and sounds like the storm is finally passed. After an hour, Bairn and Vic would each gain 1 hit point. Shad, you only have 1 hit dice to spend on a short rest. And I don't know about the others. Because that's if you don't roll using the sheet. I was trying to go back and look and see who rolled what. But both Artie and Enoch can take a short rest, as well as Shad.
Well, let me ask this: would it be more beneficial to like keep a lookout than
You were keeping you were giving an ear out. Like that, there's no windows, but you can, listen at the door every now and then. Essentially, as you're taking a short rest, kind of get up and see if you hear anything from outside. Nothing seems to be going on. But Baron and Vic would awaken with 1 hit point.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, whoops.
oh boys. Thanks for the rescue. That was a fucking doozy.
Enoch, you only have one also. So I remember you rolled like 3 3s.
Yeah, I'm trying to get off the. Let me redo this. Yeah.
You only get that 6 though.
The 6.
Yeah. So you'll be at 7 hit points.
Okay.
I got one dice.
You only had one because you used 2 on the previous short rest, and Enoch healed you, and you got 1. You used one of your hit dice for that. So you'll get that. You get that 14 for sure. But it's wet in here, a little chilly, damp for sure. Damp is definitely the word I would use in this barn
Moist.
stable.
We need to get into the main building.
With 7 HP.
And figure out
I-
who's still here.
Do you think we have time for another hour? Because I could use some rest as well.
I kind of doubt that.
Well, we'll have warning if anyone tries to come in here because it'll make quite a noise. But it's up to you. But we need to figure out what's going on here. Rule 1 of an operation: you need to get the lay of the land and figure out who's there.
So Vic here is already talking about this, and he'll start walking up, and he'll walk by, and he'll see Shad, and just, it was good to see you alive, Pebbles. Walk up to Baron and extend his arm out, shake his hand. It's good to see you alive, good buddy. And then I'll walk up to Artie and let him know that I'm hearing him talk. The main entrance is locked, and it seems that the opening lever is elsewhere. Kid. I understand.
They got it. They
Go
came
ahead.
out on the battlement.
Well, I know, but I was down there by the entrance to that main building, and there was no lever around, and it seems like that we need to go maybe back up, maybe through that door you blocked before I jump down, and see if there's another way to get in or open up that gate.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how I prefer to do things anyway. I never go through the main door.
We're fortified here, boys. You want me roaming around on my last legs?
Well, that
Either
wasn't
that
a
or
suggestion to roam around at the moment. I'm just letting the kid know what I saw. Because I'm pretty fucked up as well. You just see him sway back and forth like he's drunk.
well, if
If you want to scout, and if you want to scout and you want to have these people hold it down, we could maybe take another rest. I just need to sit down for a moment in the corner.
well,
I don't think
I only have
splitting up
one
this.
grappling hook and rope.
Yeah, I don't think splitting up's a good idea.
All right. Well, we're here. It's fortified. Give me and Vic an hour. We're better off not like this.
Works for me. And Vic will start to check the integrity of his little rigging.
You mean Artie?
Artie.
Yeah, that's what I meant, Artie.
That guy.
Artie points out the rigging to Vic. See, I set this up.
Yeah.
Showing
Just-
Vic the integrity.
Just swaying back and forth. Looks good, kid, and just kind of slumps down on his ass. Goes to sleep.
Yeah.
And
Baron-
honestly, this would be the
Baron
kind
is
of
good.
point of exhaustion that elves don't sleep unless they are sick or severely injured. Like they can sleep, but they don't.
They're always trance.
unless they are sick or severely injured. And trance is like you look like a dead person essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vic might pass out for an hour. Take an actual
Actual nap.
nap. Yeah, you guys
Purple skin just glows.
can sit around in here for an hour. Nothing's gonna come get you. You might hear like I would say Enoch and Artie would hear like as soon as you guys
All right.
planned on doing that, like a muffled shit come from the hay pile.
I'd like to go talk to him. All right, never mind. I don't want to.
Go on, Whisper.
Why being like that?
Well, because it. I mean, already said that he wants to turn him into a pincushion. I just.
You're allowed to talk to him. He's there.
Yeah, but I don't want him to die. I'm just gonna take my short rest. Or another short rest, I guess, while everybody else is.
You don't get another short rest because you don't have hit dice to spend. But just mill about for an hour. If you want to talk to him, you certainly can. Like Baron's on the other side of the barn. Like he's not gonna pay attention to every second. Baron's the one that threatened him, and so he's scared of Baron.
Yeah, I don't want to. Nah, that's okay.
So where did I get in all that? I see a 10 and a 9. I clicked. I only clicked 2. I had 4 there. Were there.
I know you definitely didn't have all 4. I don't know. There was a reset in Roll20, so it didn't keep all of the hit dice that were spent. But I don't know what you had. I don't know what you spend.
And we never had a short rest, and I never got up by a healer's kit. So I should have them all.
I believe 2 of them. That's why, because they were used by healers kits. So
But I
you
never
did
went
you
down.
did get healed twice, not by
Okay.
by while you were up. You
Well,
guys were
that-
like, we don't have time for a short rest, but
God.
Enoch
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
do
I can
remember
heal you
that.
with the healer's kit, and that's where everyone took some from the healer's kit. I just don't remember how much.
Okay, cool. So I took 19. Or I
That
get
works
19.
absolutely.
Can I go up to that top, the double door where you said it's broken and use mending?
Absolutely, you can. That is what mending is for. As these 2 hours spent in here, Enoch finally walks over, and as you start to kind of just, the wood wants to be together and not rotten any longer. You piece it back together.
Yeah,
almost
I'd
through
say
magic,
that
and it just
he's talking to the wood. You
Yeah.
know, like we
Oh,
are.
hey.
We are. What? Yeah, I don't know. He's
yeah.
talking to it.
As now the bar is fixed next to the doors and can be used after you guys have spent 2 hours in here.
And put a shovel in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he didn't realize what mending actually did until he read it.
Well, there you go. Now you do.
I think it's a comical moment. Be like, oh yeah, I could have just done this.
Artie
I
will take back his shovel. and
Yeah,
just
he
kinda-
hands Artie back his stuff. You don't need to use it.
Artie will just slowly start lowering the shovel into his satchel with kind of an annoyed look on his face.
Slowly.
Yep.
Oh, Baron's gonna wake up. I'm gonna let. Ugh. All right, boys. Thanks for the rest.
So you should be at
No,
19 then, or 20.
I got 19.
So you would
Oh
be.
yeah, for
So
some
you would
reason
be
I
at
had 10.
20.
Right, you're right. You're right. You're right. For some reason I had. Yep.
But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, and be like, I feel a lot better now, boys. What's the plan?
Well, I don't know what your plan is here, sir, but I am super tapped out. That's all I know.
Well,
Well, we can't stay in here.
no. We take the keep up to the east.
Yeah. We need to figure out what's going on.
Hey, let's take the keep up to the east. We can get up into the top there. We can defend ourselves if we need to rest for a little longer. But here's not the place.
Artie will start to undo his handiwork.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, roll up the rope and
Go
collapse
to the
the
keep out
grappling
before
hook.
we take off and be like, "You're safe, boy. Don't worry."
He doesn't say anything. You might hear a quiet gasp, but that's it.
All right. I'll turn to Vic and be like, "Don't forget your dagger, boy."
Yeah, I got a dagger and a bow I gotta pick up out there.
Absolutely.
All right. No time like the
Well,
present.
but
There.
before we open up the doors, can I like press my? I want to press my ear against the door and just
Yeah.
try to see if I can hear anything but rain out there.
Give me a perception check.
Good old perception. Okay.
The 19. All's quiet on the eastern front. Or western front? Yeah, because it's west, yeah.
That's what.
So, I just think it's rain, mud, and dead bodies out there. I'm gonna open up this door, and I open the door.
As you open out. Yeah,
Fireball.
it is just as you left it.
Did you say fireball?
Yeah,
Fireball.
counterspell. But yeah, it
I will.
is exactly as you left it. Bodies everywhere, your weapons where you left them in the mud, gate still closed. There's not a soul out here that is alive aside from your group.
I'll move up to Baron. Will make
Yeah.
his way out the door.
Yeah, as you guys start to head out, that's where we're gonna take our little 5-10 minute break. As you head outside into get some fresh air from within, or from yeah.
So real quick,
Yeah.
before Artie's sticky fingers, because he's so quick, I pick my dagger up.
He's not gonna steal from you guys, probably.
Ah. He was real quick to pick those arrows up. I pick my dagger up.
Fair enough. You go and quickly pick up your dagger and your bow nearby, and we're gonna take our little 5-10 minute break there, folks. So stay tuned. They are alive. They are beaten. They are bedraggled. But we'll see where this goes when we come back.
Oh man.
do it. Alrighty, folks. Well, welcome back to it. Last we left off, after a harrowing and deadly battle with one Jolliver Grimjaw and several lackeys, you guys took a respite within the ruined stables of Riverguard Keep. Wanting to explore together, you all started to do so, heading back out, spending a couple of hours in here in the morning. Rain is still pouring down, but not, well, it's still pattering. Not quite storming, more moderate. I'm going to go with the light one. Well,
You mind if I move around a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, that just to tell me what you're doing, if you're doing anything significant. But yeah, as you step back out in the courtyard, it's exactly as you left it.
All right, I'm walking over to the wood pile over here, and I'm gonna pick up this boar's head.
It would
Or this
revert
boar
back
head.
to a human at this point, actually.
Yeah, I'd like to pat down his body and see if I can find any keys or anything of significance.
There would be a single key, oddly enough, wrapped around his neck that would probably have fallen off nearby on a small leather cord. A single key.
Baron's gonna keep
Definitely.
walking with the head up this way, and kind of call out as he starts walking. Hey, I think this one here belongs to you, boy. And kind of toss it at Vic's feet.
Just see Vic look down and then look back at Baron, not saying a word. He just starts to chuckle, almost maniacally, and then boots it as far as he can
You
back
boot it
down
over.
towards the
Oh, okay,
to the wood pile.
fair enough.
A fine trophy to do with as you please, but you got a good foot there.
Just nod.
Artie moves away from them.
And then
Was there? Did it look like there was an entrance up here?
There's a door up there and a door on the north side of that battlement.
Okay.
yeah, I think getting up out of this kill box might be a good idea.
Yeah. Artie will come over here and he will throw his grappling hook with rope up to the top.
As you look over to the north, there's stairs that go up to it.
Oh, he'll take it back down. He'll shrug and he'll go,
I say,
occupational habit.
But you can absolutely take grappling. I mean, it'd be about the same amount. Well, actually, for you, it'd probably be quicker with the grappling hook, but there are stairs that go up there.
yeah, but I don't know what's up that way, and I don't want to get shot in the face with a crossbow. So I'm gonna go over there to Artie's rope.
You want to take the rope? All right. He'll
Yeah.
re-up the rope.
Enoch's going to use his claw glove and make his way up.
Climbing up with ease, yeah. And there would be a door directly to your south. Like, directly right next to you.
Hey, I ain't opening shit. I've learned mine.
And actually, up here, there are also two barred windows on either side of the rampart there.
Can I glance in the barred windows just to see what I see?
You would see a little bit of light coming from within. Give me a perception check. It's hard to see from this angle. But with a 22, Yeah, you be able to see. Looks like some sort of mechanism within. Heavy chains.
Hey, boys. Well, I guess Baron's climbing up and Artie is already up here. Young boy, I believe there's a mechanism inside here that it might control the gate, maybe? There's a lever of some sort.
Artie will walk up and take a look. Does it look like it's a complicated mechanism or a simple gate mechanism?
All you see are chains and some sort of mechanism within. You're looking through two iron bars essentially. Like you don't get a great view of what's inside.
All right.
Will them all work?
Artie's going to wait for everyone else to crawl up. As he does so, he's going to examine the door and see if it's locked or.
It is not
Compli-
locked, and it does not look like it looks like it's just open shut.
Okay. Artie will step back and say, "Oh, the door looks clear."
Baron will go through the door. He'll push through. Be like, "Oop."
I'm going to hold my shield up in front of me.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Entering inside would be
I'll take the point, boys, and kind of put up his shield as he pushes through the door.
yeah. This room above the castle gatehouse features doors that lead out on the tops of the walls where you had been from, but looks like there's a chamber to the north area here. There are 3 holes in the floor, about a foot square, that kind of look down on the passage below. But it looks like there's 2 a chain mechanism in the northern half of the room, positioned over the main gate, raises or lowers the gate bars. And there's another one that controls the portcullis. I'm going to bring you guys over to a different part of the map.
Now, what if we were to, get the gate down to where those that have left would not be able to enter?
That's
Isn't the
how
gate already down?
that's how it already is.
It's down.
And there would be beds in here and stairs going down as well. This place looks furnished, albeit a little loosely.
Shad found the best bed.
Yeah.
Actually,
How many beds do I see up here?
there are only 3 beds. One of them does look nicer than the other 2. That would be the other one.
Okay, 3 beds.
Yeah.
All
It's
right,
about
I'm
10
gonna
o'clock in the
go-
morning, also remember.
Now, to the right here, is that the door we came through? We came
That's the door
upstairs.
that goes back to the ramparts. You guys came from the north side up here.
Okay. And then there's stairs there.
And there are stairs. There are arrow slits looking out of the tower on either side, or to the southwest and the southeast. And there's a window that you were greeted from the very beginning, looking out the front of
Alright,
the
I
castle.
I'm gonna go ahead and kind of start cautiously walking down these stairs, kind of peeking around the corner as I go.
Sure.
Vic will intercept Baron and put his hand out and say, "I think you might be a little loud there, Baron.
It does look well lit down there as well.
Well,
Can
Mm-hmm.
I can go ahead and do this without making too much noise."
I don't think noise is a problem right now. Why don't you stick close behind me?
As you wish, little friend. I'll follow him down as quiet as can be.
I'm not necessarily trying to be quiet. I'm just trying to be guarded as I walk down. Like I got
Yeah.
my shield up, head behind my shield. Watch as I go down the stairs.
Heading down
No,
to...
I'm being quiet.
Fair enough. Is there anyone staying up top, or just them 2 going down, or what?
Well, I'll say, watch our backs, boys.
Yeah, Artie will follow down.
Okay. And you
I'm
would
gonna
you would
go-
see There's probably a few chests here and there, underneath each of the beds within as well.
Oh, then Artie will be there in a minute.
Okay. Fair enough. Are Enoch and Shad going downstairs?
No, I'm not.
What is Shad doing?
Shad is gonna just stand right there.
Okay, standing at the top of the stairs.
Yep.
Fair enough. Heading down
Okay.
below, Baron and Vic find the ground floor of the gatehouse tower. A door does lead east and out, probably. Arrow slits in this room offer a view of the ground outside of the castle, as well as arrow slits to the gate passage to the north. You would see two double bunks standing against the walls in here.
It's lit up though. There's torches down
It
there.
is
Like,
well
it's
lit,
like-
yeah. So if you want,
Um,
I will. If you want, I can bring you back down to that part.
I mean, I wouldn't complain about it.
As you guys would arrive, like there. Stairs going up. Very simple.
Where's the going up? Where's the door?
Door right
behind
there.
you.
It doesn't
There
like
you
to show it all the time for some reason.
go. Okay.
Are there chests under
Um,
this bed? Under these beds?
There would be, yeah, some small crates and stuff here, like little tidbits here and there. It looks like.
Just
Baron
come
wants to
on.
take a look at the door and see which way it opens.
It
or closes. I
opens
just wanna look at it.
inward.
Inward, okay.
Yeah, it's an exterior
Go
door.
rifling through the crates.
Yeah. Looks like different changes of clothes. Maybe a few whetstones. Some hardtack here and there. Nothing major.
Boom.
Baron is going to start to grab everything in this room and pile it against that door.
Sure.
Starting with
Those
the
of you
crates
upstairs
first.
would hear loud clattering as Baron is shuffling stuff to barricade this door.
Shad's gonna check it
So
out.
like,
Okay.
ooh, strength, moving stuff, Shad.
Don't mind if I do. Yeah, you can absolutely help them start barricading, leaving Artie and Enoch
Two more beds
to
in you
themselves.
too.
There's two double bunks. It's 4 beds.
Yeah, so it's all the boxes, and then one double bunk, and then 2 double bunk, and then if somebody needs to sleep here, they'll sleep on the second double bunk. And
Sure.
you got plenty of time to wake up if anybody tries to come through. 'Cause-
There are arrow
All right,
slits on
and then
every
now that-
direction.
and so now that that's done, I'll be like, all right, I'll head back upstairs and see what we can do about the.
I'll take you about 30 minutes or so. Anything from Enoch and Artie?
Well, you can imagine what Artie's doing.
Okay, yeah, fair
He's
enough.
going-
Artie, you easily
yeah.
find a hidden coffer in under the beds of one of these. Looks to be a little fancier than the others.
Ooh. Check to see if it's trapped, then open it.
It is not trapped, nor is it locked.
Ooh, someone's confident.
Mm-hmm. It's the fancy bunk. Inside would be 150 silver, 100, which is blah blah blah, 40 gold,
Lots of stuff.
a potion of healing, and some other potion that you can't quite identify.
Okay.
It's not a common potion.
Okay. Artie will examine the contents and he'll does the coffer look like it's worth anything itself?
Nah. It's a nice little, it's a little box, like a shitty cigar box.
Okay, he'll just slide the whole thing in his satchel.
Okay.
Fucking Kirby over here.
It is a red liquid potion, but there's like a small bead of clear liquid within it.
Hmm. He'll perhaps check his little notes later.
Fair enough.
He had to learn about some of this stuff, but you know. Now it's not the time.
Yeah,
Um,
eventually the trio would rejoin you guys as well.
All right. So what's the plan here, boys? We got 2 doors up here.
You know
We're
what goes
black-
out here. You've been out that way.
Oh, I know, but I just mean about trying to barricade this place down to take a rest, like a long rest.
You guys have been awake for maybe 3 hours.
3 hours, okay.
So a long rest
So-
will take about 19 hours.
So off the table, I have a question about when I first showed up at the Riverguard Keep. When I went and inspected the same cave north of where the docks were, like that gate
Mm-hmm.
that the boats would enter through. I wrote in my notes that I heard
Well, the boats didn't go in the
a
cave.
no. I'm just for general direction of like that gated cave.
Yeah.
I wrote in my notes that I heard like a weird like noise coming from there. Is Am I accurate in that, or do I need to cross that out in my notes?
I would cross that out in your notes. I don't know what that would be.
Okay, maybe. All right, cool. That's it for me.
It might have been from somewhere else at the time.
Okay.
All right, then.
Oh,
Do we
well,
have
so
a-
Vic will mention, well, fellas, before I met up with all the rest of y'all, I did come up, and there was a cave entrance that had a gate on it. And I don't know if that's a point of interest to any of y'all, but I'm putting it out there for y'all to know that was there. So whatever we want to do past this point, it's just I'm gonna put that out there, and maybe it'd be a point of interest for us later on.
Yeah. Enoch mentioned it too when you guys were talking about possibly taking a rest, like after you
It caught
killed
my
the one guy.
eye,
Yeah.
but we were busy.
Well, if that's the consensus, then
Plus, also, I think we need to go get Han down
No,
from
no, no.
being hung.
fuck yes. Okay, that is the number one plan right now. Number one plan: we go get Han. Then we can figure the rest of it out.
Is that
So,
the
yeah.
consensus?
Well, it's gonna be my consensus, and I'm gonna go walk out this door. Oh, he's moving me back.
Yeah. Where are you moving? Because this is a tiny map just for this tower.
Oh, I just want to go back out into the courtyard. I kind of peek out slowly as I open
Which would be
the
this,
door, but
this
I'm
way.
going back. Okay, I want to go back out and start making my way towards Han.
Okay. Yeah, you can still see him dangling up. Right there.
Yep. So
There would be a
I don't want-
door here as well, in the upper area of the larger keep building. Thick stone walls of this one.
as I'm walking, I kind of turn to Shad. I'm like, "Hey, Shad, give me a hand here,"
I'll give you 2.
and walk over to Han here and start to pull him down.
Yeah. You unstring Han from his, well, less than ideal strappings.
Does that door have a window on it or anything, or is it just a solid door?
It does not have a window on the door, but there are two windows to the side. Looks like one of them is right above this. There's an arrow slit on the bottom that points out. There's a window above it, and then there's one right above the stairs here.
And if I like go here and stand on my tippy toes, can I see through the window?
You know, you're too short.
Would I be able to like athletics myself up and look through?
Yeah, give me an athletics check. Try and like jump up and clamber up to the windowsill there.
Yes.
Yeah, with a 17. Yeah, you look up there, clambering up. You do see a well-lit room. Another bunk room. Seems there's several of these around. But this would be the... You can see 4 bunks within. Seems to be well lit and probably a little better kept.
Back up, or yeah, walk back up the stairs, and I won't like like normal voice, but maybe a little bit lower. Just yell out, "Hey, kid! Hey, this room seems clear, and there might be some pickings in there for you if you want to go in with me."
Yeah. Does Baron hear that?
Baron and Shatter
Baron wants
are busy
going
taking
that
down Han.
Okay. Because if I see them going in, I want to go in that way too.
Is the room clear?
From what I saw, yes, it's very well lit, and I didn't see a soul.
Artie will look a little shiftier than normal, if that is all possible. And we'll say, well, why don't we check it out?
Sounds good, kid. I will go. Do I see if the door opens outward or inward?
Door would open inward.
Yeah.
So I'll stand on the side of where the door handle is. If there's like that side of the door jamb for a little cover, and open it up and kind of throw it open as gently as possible, and then peek in.
So
Fair
we're
enough.
not breaking.
As you peek in, yeah, 4 bunk beds within. Looks like a guard room of sorts. Arrow slit looking out to where you saw. And another door exits to the north.
We'll look back down at Artie and say, "Well, Artie, whatever's in there is yours, buddy. I'm gonna go stand right here and wait for y'all to pillage and go help with Han."
Now, is this the same building that the meal hall was attached to?
Yes. This would be probably area right above where the kitchens and stuff are.
Okay. Because I'm just trying to make sure I'm picturing this correctly. All right, Artie will carefully strut into the room, and he will examine and see what he can find. His usual above, below, in the middle, the whole deal.
I gotcha. Within, you would see a couple of shark tooth swords near these bunks. The beds, although they look nice, are slightly moist. Like they've been like slept in by wet people. Like you would see like kind of like sweat stains, and they're not very well kept.
Okay.
They were probably nice at one point. And there would be a door to the north. It would take you like all of like 2 minutes to scope this. At this point, Baron and Shad are done with bringing Han down as well.
Okay. Artie will examine the door to the north, make sure it doesn't look like it's locked and or trapped.
It's not locked, it's not trapped.
He will swing it as quietly open as possible.
As you swing it open, you can see a hallway. One side goes to a balcony. There is a door directly across from you, and a door on the other end of the balcony as well. Door to the left, balcony to the right, door directly across from you. The hall is not lit, although the balcony is.
Artie's going to sort of wait here for a minute to see what the others are doing.
Okay. Let's go back to the others. Well, the others, what are you doing? Riveting.
I'll put my head back in the door.
You see,
Hey,
see Artie poking his head through the door beyond.
Artie. Come on back real quick, buddy.
Artie will narrow his eyes a little bit, but he'll play along for now. He knows this elf is probably a few hundred years old. He doesn't like being bossed around by old people, but
Fair enough.
he'll play for now. He returns.
So I see him like narrow his eyes like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll look at him and be like, "Hey kid, your eye narrowing's pretty good. It's just too bad you ain't got red eyes to make it a little bit more intimidating. But we need to go down there and help out Shad and Baron. Get Han a little proper burial, and then we can do some more pillaging and all that good stuff if you don't mind."
Works for me. And he's calculated a few smart comments about red eyes, but he's going to save them for later.
I'll walk down to Shad and Baron.
All right. Yeah. As they, what are Shad and Baron doing? As you've got Han down, definitely by this point.
Do we also see a dune in the distance?
Yeah, Dune's already been taken down. There would be the priest guy in his place.
Oh, it seems quiet on the front lines right now. Do we
This door would probably be
So-
open.
kind of look
Yeah.
We got-
back at?
Do we got
At Artie?
on together?
Yeah, I'll look back at Artie and be like, "Can we borrow your shovel there, buddy?"
Sure. He'll pull the shovel out Mary Poppins style
Do you
and
really
hand
think
it
you
over.
want to be buried right here? Han was a man of the elements. I think a funeral pyre on the water.
Do we really have time for all that, or what do you think? I mean, you dwarves are better at this than I would ever be.
I say we put him in a temporary resting place for the moment, make sure we have a clear spot, and then give him a proper burial.
I would do a stone marking, a blood sigil, and an ash offering.
That sounds awesome, honestly.
Hard to do some of that in the rain for sure. But you can take them someplace dry for now if you'd like.
I mean, let's drag it.
Quarters below us.
Let's carry him into the quarters.
The
Let's carry him
barracks
into the
are
quarters.
to the south here. The bathhouse is to the south directly from you, which would be open. Could easily smell the foul stench of
Carry him
sick.
into the barracks. Lay him on the beds. We'll return. We can give them a proper send off.
You can easily do that.
Shad will perform the ceremony.
How long does this
I also
ceremony
want to
take?
drag.
It's actually pretty simple. It's was designed for wartime and battle things when you can't bring back a full body or dig a hole right there.
Tell us about it.
So it starts with a stone marking. He takes a piece of stone, weapon, or that belonged, the items that would belong to them, or just a piece of stone, and he carves out their name into it. And he makes a little conversation with Doomthorn, and then he says, the stone remembers what the earth can't hold, and everybody's does their thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes into the blood sigil, turns the stone around, and he dips a little bit of their blood, if he has it around, onto the other side with the Doomthorn rune, because he is one of the darkness secrets, honoring the dead. And he does the ritual part of that is dust to stone and blood to silence. And then the ash offering is just like a piece of their clothes or a trinket or a token. And you spread the ashes out and throw it, and then wham, the dead are honored.
Absolutely. I love it. I'm gonna,
Baron actually drops to a knee halfway through that and kind of puts his head down with his shield.
absolutely. I'm gonna give inspiration to Shad for that. I like it.
Nice.
So Baron's gonna push this body here. But he doesn't want it in the building with him, so I'm just gonna
That's
throw
fair.
this body out.
Easily done. You would note there is another door exiting to the west of this room as well. All of these are also double bunks.
So there's mention of an armory. I think it's to the south.
It was pointed out to you. It's probably through that door.
Yeah. So that's where Baron's gonna go and be like, I think I heard mention of an armory. And start moving this way. And go try and open that door.
The door opens easily enough. I will say you're not going to find a single locked door in this place.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Well, we're gonna keep going through.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to click it.
Yeah. Yeah, you click it and door opens into a... You see weapon racks along the walls of this armory holding spears. Barrels full of crossbow bolts and arrows stand near the doors. Open chests in the middle of the room contain a couple of suits of armor, leather armor. The most unusual item would be a couple of shields, beaten copper and fashioned in the shape of a horseshoe crab. There would only be two of them. This place was looted before you guys got here this time, but so there's less, but there are still a lot of things here.
Is any of that leather armor or anything like medium armor?
Leather armor is light armor,
Light armor.
which
All right.
honestly you do best with because of your dex.
Okay. Can I pick up a shield? Would I have
You
to hold it, or
You can use a shield. Yeah, you have to hold it.
Can I use 2 shields?
I'll just pick
You
up.
cannot use 2 shields.
I'll just pick up 5 arrows to replenish my stock, and I'm
Absolutely.
good.
You can pick up a shield if you want. You can scimitar and
I'll
shield
pick up
or
the
dagger
shields.
and shield,
Sometimes
Yeah, I'll
it
pick
might
up
not
the
be a good
shield.
idea to have that option.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes the better armor classes.
2 ACs.
Good idea.
2 AC does help a lot.
The way Vic likes to Vic, I'll pick up a shield.
You just can't dual wield. I would
But you could still
say,
nick.
Well,
Baron, give me a perception or investigation check. Your call, as you're the one looking over this armory. It looks like.
Perception, you said?
Yeah, or investigation.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh no.
10 is enough. You would notice
Oh.
that one of these suits of armor is decorated with fish and shell motifs where the studs are.
So I'm gonna walk over to it and I'm gonna try and take a closer look at it. And just like inspect it, see what I think about the craftsmanship.
Are you proficient in leatherworkers tools or anything like that?
Nope. Dragon chess.
Just give me an insight check.
Okay.
You don't know. It's got shells and shit. That's not dwarven.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it anyway.
Okay. I mean, everyone else sees this too, so it's not like you see him start to inspect one of these armors, and you would see Vic grabbing some arrows, and there's spears. That's the only melee weapon in here. Would be spears.
I'll kind of hold the armor out to anybody and be, anybody seen anything like this before?
Artie will
Look
take
it
a look.
over. Oh, yeah. Already goes. He's better.
Are either of you proficient with leatherworkers tools?
No.
Oh, no.
I think I am.
Looks decorated to me.
I would say if you want to spend some time with it, it would be an Arcana check. You want to spend some time with it. It'd be like 10 minutes or so to study the shells.
I mean,
It seems worth it,
I
right,
would
y'all?
say, yeah, to see if we can figure out what it is. It
just-
seems worth it to me.
Kind of point over to Enoch, like, "Hey, man, ain't you a casting type thingamajiggy? Don't you know about like some mystical things? You seem to know that kind of stuff. You ever seen something like this?"
I know
what-
about the land.
Well,
You have +7 in Arcana, Enoch.
I could take a look at it for you.
I think you should take a look at it, Flower Boy. Oh yeah.
I would say in the future just wait for me to ask for the roll because I don't know that you are taking a look at it
Oh,
unless
yeah,
you say so.
Okay, my bad.
But you're good. Yeah, so spending 10 minutes looking over the shells are a lot more intricate than you first glean, and just their placement seems almost fitting to flow with water. As this is a mariner's studded leather. It gives you a swim speed equal to your speed, and if you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, you immediately regain 1d4 hit points.
And that's light armor?
It is
Studded
studded
leather?
leather armor. It is a light armor. 3 of your party members at the moment wear studded leather.
Yep. Sounds like something you all are going to have to fight over. 'Cause
Well, who here can't swim?
Shad can't swim.
Shad can't wear
Well, your
armor.
muscles fit in there, Pebbles.
No.
Damn. That's why I always bet money on you.
Oh, Shad swam just fine. He swung his fucking maul in water for
Shad can,
Five
Shad can
turns or
tread
6
water.
turns?
He can't move.
Where did you go, Artie? Oh,
I had to reload again.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't loading anything.
Gotcha.
I think Enoch and Vic.
I gotta figure this out.
Hey, you want to do rock, paper, scissors there, Mr. Enoch?
It's all yours, brother.
Say that again. Your accent real thick, man.
It's all yours.
You're the one to talk.
Shut up, little
or
one.
Artie wants it. Both Artie and Vic could
Yeah,
benefit from it. Enoch, out of game, Enoch has a swim speed.
So yeah, only you two then.
Hey, kid, you want to play a game for this armor or what?
A game.
You like to
Sure.
gamble? All right, so it's called rock, paper, scissors. You ever heard of that game? Played it once
Well,
with
I
this
don't have
troop.
any scissors, but I can throw a rock at you. Sure.
Well, I could, throw scissors at you, but I don't want to do that. You use your hands. A fist is a rock. Scissors, you make scissors with your fingers, and then paper's just flat hand. Paper beats
Okay.
rock. Scissors beats
Sure.
paper. Yeah,
Yeah.
Steven, I can't remember how we did this the last time we did it. Did we roll for it or did we actually play it?
Roll a D3. That is the only thing I can think of. Like, we'll say, yeah. Well, you'll say each of you guys roll a D3.
Ooh,
And
D3.
highest number wins, and if you roll the same, you re-roll.
All right.
That's what
Is that
you
under
do.
Excellent system.
Slash
that-
R
is
space
that a-
1D3.
/R?
So, I mean, this is kind of like. Can Artie get any sort of advantage on this? Because this is his thing.
Give me I'd say it would be
I knew you-
insight to try and read.
Speed of hand in particular.
Okay, so
Like
give
being
me
able to
give me a sleight of hand check then.
Being able to read, you know what I'm saying? As soon as, Vic is forming it, he can readjust.
Okay, yeah, give me a
'Cause, I
give
mean-
me a sleight of hand check.
This is what a
He's a
thief is
traitor.
all about. 16.
With a 16.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll let you have roll 2d3 and take whichever one you like.
All right.
And Vic just roll 1d3.
Sorry,
yeah,
Vic.
so it's good. /R
Seventeen.
space 1D3, right?
You got it. Hmm.
Oh, Vic.
Oh, Vic still gets it.
What Artie get?
Oh,
A 1 and a 2.
Artie got a 1 and a 2. Kind of like you're not hoping he'll go for one direction. You think he's going for a rock, and he after the shoot bit, he quickly. You think he's gonna flatten his hand, and he goes for paper, but no, he goes to a sideways scissors. As Vic wins the rock paper scissors.
Artie immediately begins to ponder how to steal a suit of armor off of someone while they're wearing it. He knows it's possible. No, take it. I wasn't going to really fight for it anyway. Take it.
oh, I fucking love gambling in this game. I'll just pat Artie on the shoulder. It's a good game, kid, and I'll wink at him with my red eye, and you just see a little shimmer, almost like, did he maybe know what I was doing?
Artie's eyes will narrow again.
And I guess it takes 10 minutes to take armor off and then 10 to put it back on?
For light armor, it just takes like a minute. There's just a few
Yeah, I'll
straps
do
here and
that.
there. It's like putting on your clothes, essentially. Adjusting this, really, and,
Yeah.
and a belt, maybe.
Okay. I'll do that.
All right. After raiding the armory, really just coming up with this one suit of armor that seems special.
Could Enoch look around for like bits and bobs, just like little knick-knack type stuff?
The only knick-knack type thing in the armory would be the shields, which are copper shields that have been beaten and into the shape of a horseshoe crab. They're kind of cool
Okay.
looking.
Well, Vic has one of them, right? How many were there?
There's three
Was
of
it
them.
just 2, 3? Okay. I mean, Baron would pick one up too.
Sure.
We'll carry 2 shields. If only I can use, even if I can only use one.
Yeah, I'll make note that you two pick up a horseshoe
It's
crab
gotta be-
shield. Does Enoch
Gotta
want
be
one
worth
too?
it.
No, it's okay.
I would imagine you're using like you got your either like a leather targe or like a wooden shield. But
Yeah, I was thinking more like wooden.
yeah,
But
Where's
it's
the
also
malls?
copper.
it's not
And
that
copper
kind of
is worth
place.
copper.
Hey, where's the malls?
There's only spears and arrows and crossbow bolts.
It's good. Is there a mall room?
This is the armory. You didn't see anyone carrying any heavy weapons. Like the most fascinating weapon you've seen is the shark tooth swords. That's the closest thing to a heavy weapon you've seen. You're in the wrong dungeon for malls.
I'm gonna start to push my not push, but oh, where did I go? I think I disappeared behind Enoch. Yep. I'm gonna start making my way out the door.
Okay.
Kind of call out where to next, boys. Think we've done southeast, southwest.
Well, do we go to the cave mouth now?
What about we clear up all here first? We still got to go to the dining room.
Well, we
Oh.
still haven't uncovered any information about the delegation. I mean,
Hey, and I think it's
that
over
was
that
the reason
way.
we were here, right?
Well, I think it's over that way in that great hall area. They had a room up in the top, and that's where his bookkeeper was.
Bookkeepers have things. Let's go.
She was one of the first ones you killed. Yeah, you guys head to the dining room. Empty. You would hear the clattering of dishes from beyond in the in the kitchen, so sound of work being done beyond.
So after all this, they're just still working.
Yeah, they weren't told to quit.
Do we want to maybe let them know they don't have to work anymore?
As Baron is trying to talk to them, Enoch is going to stuff his satchel with as much ingredients for like
So
stew.
are
and
you
stuff.
guys going to the kitchen? This is the he was. You guys are in the dining hall right now.
Well, I thought he said we were in there.
Are we having a meal?
You hear the sound of stuff still happening in the kitchen and the servants' quarters.
It's cooking.
Yeah, I mean, I'll kind of. Baron's gonna walk over towards the door there. That's where I hear the sounds from. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, I'm gonna open up the door and call out to them. They're all dead out there. If you hit against your will, you're free to go.
A couple of them would kind of furrow their brows. And be like, what do you mean they're all dead?
They fell.
We killed every one of them pirates out there. Well, maybe not everyone, but most of them, and we're looking for the rest. But if you hear against your will and you'd rather be someplace else, you're free to go.
They will then start immediately, all of them ransacking the room.
No, we should have ransacked it.
Like, well, you don't have to tell us twice.
Yeah.
Baron, give me an insight check.
Insight.
With a 13, You can tell that a couple of them are a little bit upset about that news. But they're not, like, speaking up about it. They're also ransacking like the others. But a couple of them don't seem as
Super
happy as the
about the whole
others.
situation.
But they don't seem unhappy either. Like, they're just like, huh. Okay. While others are like, yep, getting the fuck out of here. Going back home.
All right. Well, I'm not really going to worry about it too much. I'm going to, like, pretty much support them taking what they need, and also say, if you don't have ties to anywhere and you want to hang out here, we can fortify this for ourselves, but it'll be of your own free will.
The two that seemed slightly... not as up... Not... The two that seemed not as moved... It's a hard one to describe. That they are not upset. That they are upset. That they're not happy. Now, the two that were nonplussed about them dying...
Yes.
would perk up and be like, what does it pay?
Pays a roof over your head, pays food, and I'll give you each 10 gold right now.
At the mention of 10 gold, a bunch of them stop what they're doing. See one of them like has a roll in their mouth and just has like a bundle underneath them. What? So 10 gold sign up, but is that recurring?
No, it's not recurring. We'll make a home for ourselves here. It's 10 gold to start. And then we each take care of ourselves after that, or we each take care of each other after that.
Someone else would pipe up. Well, I got family and warm food. Who'll bring them? Nice to stay in a castle.
We're stronger together.
Yeah, okay. Make arrangements to go get them. Been away for a month now. All right.
They'll
They'll
the place, keep everything
Give-
in order.
give me a
And it's all ours to
persuasion
share.
check, Baron. As there's actually 3 others, so there are a total of 8.
Perfect.
Hoping you have 80 gold. With a 1.
I do have 80 gold, but yeah. We'll roll
You know,
them
I'll
all.
give you advantage because you're offering the 10 gold and fortification. It's not a bad deal. Like 10 gold's a lot.
Worse than that.
Okay, with an 18, I'll say all but one of them will happily stay. One of them is too concerned about their family.
So how much is that? 70 gold?
So it'll be 70 gold.
Okay, but so I want to bring everybody. I have not given the gold out yet. And I'm
Yeah,
bringing
yeah,
everybody-
they're still like someone will start to put down things. The other one who doesn't say like, "Oh, I'm gonna take some bit of food back to the family. I'll take help,
Well, and
and some clothes."
and I'll say, yeah, take as much as you can there, friend. If you need a backpack.
Oh, I think there's a wheelbarrow in the stables. There's eye in it.
All right. Well, take as much as you can carry,
Okay.
and then I will call everybody else and be like, "Hey, anybody who wishes to stay, over to the table, and we'll talk about this and get your gold paid out."
Enoch sits down.
So
Yeah, they'll all come out to the table.
Yeah.
Someone else is just gathering a bunch of shit.
and be like, y'all know how it is by ourselves. We're here to help each other. Let's build this castle back, and we can make it our place.
So
10 gold here is
Jolly's
show
dead.
Aye, Jolly is dead.
Good riddance.
If you want his head is out in the courtyard. I
What do
don't
we
really
want
know.
with the head? That's gruesome.
Just proof he's dead. He's no longer your problem. This castle is ours. And I mean all of ours. Take care of it as you will. But the better we take care of it, the better it'll be for all of us. We'll keep each other stronger. And I'll count out 70 or 7 piles of gold.
Yeah. Well, Baron's doing this. What's everyone else doing?
I'm standing by Baron looking tough.
Okay.
Well, I'd say that Enoch was gathering up stuff, but I mean, from the sounds of like the gold and stuff, he's like, well, shit, I'm gonna sit down. And I just met you.
Aye.
What about Vic and Artie?
Our show of faith to you was getting your stuff back.
Oh, so now we're changing stuff. Okay.
So Vic being Vic, and in situations like this, he just pulls out the massive manticore spike because he loves his dental health
Sure.
and just starts picking his teeth with it again.
This one of them might point over at you, Vic, while looking to Baron and Shad. Is he friendly? Looks like he's gonna stab each one of us with that spike of his. He keeps smiling over here.
He is friendly. One of the friendliest people I ever met. Just don't cross him. You'd probably regret that.
Never worked with the Drow before.
For the first time for
They like
everything.
apples.
Alright.
So then get to the taking care of the castle here. We'll own this. Clear it out. There's about 30 bodies in the courtyard. See what we can find. Aye.
What were you about to say, Artie?
Artie will he'll walk over to Baron and he'll say, do we perhaps want some more professional help with this keep?
Yeah.
And what did you have in mind there, friend?
Well, if one of these fine folk would like to make a little extra coin, they could run a message to my uncle.
Huh.
And he knows people, could perhaps help us. This place is a wreck.
Aye.
If you wish to recover it, it's going to take a lot.
And Baron will kind of turn and look to the folks standing there and shrug his shoulders like, hey, anybody?
Would any of you been interested in making a little coin by running a message to the Barge Right Inn?
One of the previous ones that didn't seem like they were unhappy to be here previously. Oh, I got some friends at the Barge, right? Yeah.
All right.
You do. Artie will raise an eyebrow.
I had a couple of the guards there. Not like friend, but you know, friend of a friend of a. I'm friendly.
Of a friend.
I'm friendly with a couple of folks there, that's all.
Good. We might have some mutual friends.
Oh. Right. All right.
Artie will move over to this table here. Does it look like there is anything to write
There,
with in paper?
there's so many papers on there. Yeah.
Okay. He's going to start preparing a message indicating what's happened, an update on the mission, and that we're requesting help from people to that this could be a good place to fortify. And of course, the letter will be written.
Yeah, I got you. Thieves can't.
Yes. Yeah.
There would be. I would say, give me an investigation check, Artie. As you just can't help but see all these other papers here.
I mean, they're right in front of
They're
you.
right in front of you.
Big ol' 11.
11 would be enough. You would find that there is a lot of accountings of exactly what was taken and by who, what was pirated from whom, what was raided. There's one report that details caravan traffic in Red Lark. Makes note of the arrival of a band of troublemakers, notably a dwarf, a drow, dragonborn, and a couple of others that nondescript.
Put that to the side.
Uh,
Well,
and then there would be the one that sticks out probably the most. The report of a delegation from Mirabar traveling through the hills.
aha.
Apparently was ambushed by stone cultists.
Okay. Any other information about the stone cultists?
Just say that they're probably know that they're holed up somewhere in the hills, some monastery or another.
Okay.
Wouldn't have exact locations, but
Okay.
some of you have been told about that.
All right. Gather together the notes that detail all the information, well, that you just stated, and roll them up and drop them in the satchel. And then start finishing my note to Uncle.
Fair enough. There would also be a name that keeps coming up in some of these reports. Someone by the name of Gar Shatterkeel.
Ring any bells through the network?
No.
Didn't think so, but
But this is
Okay.
definitely the source of piracy. This keep along the waters. The source of most of it, at least.
yeah,
It would
and
seem based on
definitely
the reports.
communicate that in the note as well.
All right, so he's gonna go run and deliver that message.
Yeah, one guy was Herrick. Will come up and
Herrick.
he'll take the note.
I'll give him 5 gold and tell him that my uncle might add to that if this arrives quickly.
Oh yeah, let me just get my pack and I'll get skedaddling. 15 gold plus, yeah, really making out like a bandit here. Not a real bandit. Although I would like to use a spear or a sword one day. They wouldn't let me.
I'll come back and we'll train you up.
Yeah, I love that. I said I wasn't tough enough, but I'll show 'em. This guy is not fit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be a
Do-
cool guy of the gang.
Do we think he's gonna make it to deliver the message?
It's easier to travel alone than in groups, unless like there's monsters about. But he seems sure of himself being able to hide among the hills.
If he knows the barge right, he probably knows
Yeah.
the area a tiny bit too.
It's like a 2-day travel to the barge, right? Maybe a day and a half.
All right. Well, yeah. Send him off to the barge right then.
And he will be off. The others will kind of debate what their what their roles will be here and so on and so forth. Kind of leaving you up to your own devices for now.
Well, Baron will walk up the stairs. I want to see what's up those stairs there.
Absolutely. Up the stair. Is everyone else going?
Yeah, I was that. He beat me to the punch.
Yeah, I'll go.
Is everyone going? Chad, stop moving your token. Stop it. Stop it.
The fucking dwarves.
Is you want to call you a Dune? Is Enoch going?
Yeah, I'll follow suit.
Okay. And Shad is too, because I know because he kept trying. Yeah, you would arrive on this balcony up here.
And that's it, huh?
There's
Oh, it's
there's
a
there's
balcony.
there's a hallway that goes further back, a darkened hallway that has 2 doors, one on the north side of the hall, one on the south side, and one on the far western side.
And it's all in shadow in there.
There is no light in the hall. You can see light
All right.
creeping in underneath each of the doors.
I'm gonna smack Vic on his ass hard enough to knock him into the shadow. And be like, not even say anything. Just whack him in the ass.
Okay.
Vic just looks back and glares at him like, "You motherfucker." And then I'll kind of look around, like, would this kind of like be in the same path that in our first encounter where the bugbears and all that stuff, that archer would have run back? That sounded the alarm.
No, you guys took care of that archer. He ran to the barracks.
Oh, okay. So I'll still very cautiously look at the ground, like maybe there's booby traps.
This is where you sent Artie in.
Oh, all right. So that would be this door.
Yep, you open that door, you see that space that Artie went in.
All right. I will turn my focus to the north door.
Okay.
Kind of press my ear up against the door. I just want to hear.
It's dead quiet. The only sound you would hear is the chattering of the servants, the previous servants, I should say.
All right. I'll still cautiously open the door.
Cautiously opening the door. Old bookshelves line the walls of this room, but most are empty. One old shelf has been cleared and restocked with a small selection of tomes. There is a single bunk that sits under a narrow window at the far end of the room. Near a small desk, a wooden chair, and a chest underneath the bed. The floor in here does look wet.
I'll cast message to Artie.
He's like 5 feet away.
I know, but
Yeah.
just because I don't
Okay.
want to. I honestly don't want anybody else to hear.
Okay.
But I'll point at Artie and just be like, "Hey, kid, this room might have some valuables for you." And then I'll turn around and walk to the door to the west.
Okay.
Chad
Ca-
heard that.
and cautiously open that door as well.
Does Artie go running into up to the other room, the old library looking place?
He'll peek in. And I guess he'll step in and begin to examine the room,
Yeah.
looking for valuables and other
Uh,
interesting.
give me a investigation or actually give me a perception check.
Big old 6.
With a big old 6. Most of the books cover like nautical topics. It looks like charts and stuff. Not super relevant here. Ship's logs and things. It's boring. But in the chest is, well, a good bit of stuff actually.
Okay.
A mall.
You're not gonna find them all here.
Out of the chest.
Is 80 silver, 30 gold, a silk pouch that holds 4 excellent jaspers worth 70 gold each, a
Damn.
scroll of haste. Actually, a scroll that nobody
Of
here
what
can
of?
use. I can think. Actually, there would be two scrolls that you're unsure of.
I mean, I'd recognize it as a spell scroll.
Yeah.
I'm proficient and I just can't use it.
2 spell scrolls.
And guess what happens next?
Boom.
Goes in the pouch.
Vic opens the door.
Stuff
Yeah.
goes into the bag.
Fair enough.
Well, that would be part of the course too.
Yeah. As
Tommy's character opens it.
Vic's character opens the door. Inside is a large semicircular room. It occupies most of this floor. 3 narrow windows look out over the countryside outside the castle walls. And the room's furnishings very plain. Hard-looking bunk, small wooden table, a couple of simple chairs. Several large chests, though, occupy the southern corner of this room.
Alright, I'm gonna move up.
So Vic will start to walk back.
And run into Baron on the way.
Just get stabbed
Yep.
with his sort of shoulder pauldrons.
It's a very plain, very not super spectacularly dressed room. Bare bones.
Okay. No like supplies or anything I see against the walls.
There's some
Yes.
chests. There's a table, a rug, and a bed. That's it.
Well, we're gonna go look at the chests.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Opening the chests and gonna rummage through the chests.
Sure, give me a dexterity save.
Oh boy. Okay, dexterity save.
As the chests are not locked. But you guys would hear a loud spring noise. And just a little tss, as a dagger shoots out from one of them. Baron, you take 10 points of damage.
Damn.
no.
As you would hear ugh, and a thud. But the chest does open, Baron. Inside
Ouch.
all
What was that?
inside all of these chests is the total of 600 silver. I'm not gonna mess with Electrum because I hate that shit. And 150 gold. And a dirty pouch contains 15 blue azurites, or 10 gold each.
Shit. Okay. Well, how do we want to divide this one up? Fuck it.
Sounds like Baron's
I'll-
taking it all.
Baron's just start grabbing shit. Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
I mean, you can also
so-
leave it here because it is going to be your keep.
True. I mean, does it weigh anything?
Yeah, it weighs a bunch. Every coin weighs 0.2
Okay.
pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
0.02. Yes, it
So-
does. It does have weight.
I'll turn to the group and be like, well, boys, there's a lot of shit here. We carrying it? Or are we just going to lock it up here? 'Cause I know, Artie, you're eyeing this shit.
I'd have kind of moved. I'd have kind of moved into the room where Artie is, and just kind of leaned up against the doorpost because I'm not in the room with Baird, and cast message to him again, and just be like, "Hey, kid, you find anything in here?"
A few things.
Anything worth mentioning?
Very small amount of coin. That's all.
Okay. Well, just make sure you share some from time to time with the rest of us, buddy. And then I'll walk out, and then because all I heard the last time was a bong and then ow, and then
Mhm.
walk to that sound.
Oh, Artie knew exactly what that sound was, and he kind of chuckled to himself when he heard it.
And then I'll go into that room and just go, "Hey, what the hell was that sound?
Don't you fucking worry about it.
Do I see anything sticking out of Baron that's not his spiky?"
You would see some fresher blood.
You keep saying that, little one, but you should have let the kid look at that stuff. He's pretty good at it.
It looked like it needed to be opened, and I opened it.
And it looks like you got fucked up for it.
Now you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You know what? You look like you need a drink. That's what you need to go look for.
I always need a drink.
Let me know, because I need one too, buddy.
And with that,
Yeah.
we'll say you guys go for a drink, have some lunch, and talk with the servants as they prepare for whatever might be to come for them. As you have cleared Riverguard Keep, all save for the locked gate with the tunnel within. But that is where we're going to end tonight. As you guys can go ahead and level up to level 5.
Oh,
And as you have defeated Jolliver Grimjaw and have another lead on the delegation here, more solid proof of where they might be. But yeah, we will see everyone next time at level 5. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Night, Internet.
Later, Internet.
bye.